Mm, Here, there, this here. Mhm. And lastly, all right, here we are. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Verchuvian, Robert, Ivano, Armulfo, Manuel, Pete, Kevin, Ben, Dennis, John, Richard, Dennis, Walton, Lydia, Art, Sharp, Alexander, how are you? Good to see you. Darren, Wade, Omar, Julian, Dave, Wakas. Good morning, Wakas. Haven't seen you in a while. Jonathan, Jeff, Scampy. Yeah, it's Friday. Let's get the party started, right? We got Jeff, Scampy, Monty, Bancroft, Angie. Good morning, Angie. Ray, Thomas, Piet Brock. War Dog is in the house. Rick, Robert. We are ready to take off, Robert says. Cheryl, Don, Kim, Sarah, Harry, Dollar Bill, Sassy Trainer, Solaire, Pat, Terrence, Kevin. Good morning, Cam. Happy Friday. Michael, Peter. Good morning, Peter. Andrew, HG, how are you today? Happy Friday. John, Christopher, Peter, good morning, Peter. Jody, James, Travis, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I know a lot of you are just joining us. Patrick, good morning from Hawaii. 8:01. We'll be starting in just a minute. Just want to give the room a few minutes to fill up. Um, I'll post some links here while we're getting ready. I have a 1 o'clock class today. I'll be talking about some really, really cool stuff. Yeah, my complete outlook for February. Uh, Let me just give that to you. Here it is, 1 o'clock. I'll be laying out my outlook, giving you updates. That's this right here. Check it out. And here's my VIP room link. Post that here. And then I continue saying hello to everybody. And don't forget the favorite place to be when Uncle Roger is not around, even when I am around. People have been getting really good feedback about Cam and Gustavo's show. It's been very, 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 very good show. So let me continue saying hello to everybody, and then we'll start. We got Pam, Kevin, Wayne, Robert, a Keyhawk fan, Jody, James, Travis, Richard, Genevieve, how are you? Eagle Beagle, good morning, happy Friday. Stephen, Frank, JB, Tom, excuse me, JB, Tom, Henry, Robert, Tom, Tony. Sunrise over Jacksonville Beach are memorable. Yes, they are. I'm actually looking at one right now. Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Dr. Serena, happy Friday, my actuary. How are you today? Scampy, Devin, Lewis, John, CJ, Henry, Mark. Telegram links. Uh, they're the Telegram links have been posted, Henry, unless I'm confused about something. Let me just confirm. Yep, they're posted on both channels. Yeah. So let me know if I'm missing something. John, CJ, good morning. Mark, good morning. We got Eduardo, Glenn, Joe, Robert, Bob, Naples fan, Scott, Omar. Hello, Omar. Mark, Dave, Kevin, Texas Kirk, Raj. Oh, Texas Kirk. Kirk, you changed your name to Texas Kirk. Raj, I was wondering about you. Haven't heard from you in a while, Kirk. Moondog is in the house. Robert's in the house. Lawrence, Mark. It was my. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the market, shall we? And I have my TC 2000 here ready to go. Let me just pull everything up here so we can watch it in real time. Put up the bond market here. All right, let's begin. So the market, the Nasdaq is up about 169 points, slightly above random. The Dow is right at the threshold of up being random, but so far I like what I'm seeing. I'm starting to get more bullish. I think the big did a fairly good job of outperforming. I liked what I saw. Um, but remember, folks, we have a couple of forks in the road here. We have personal income reports at 8:30, and the market's very vulnerable right now. And as we approach this, the bond market's approaching the 50-day moving average. And the resistance level is right here on TLT on the long bond, right here. I connected these dots. You could see right here. So we got to wait till we're at 90/30, but we are moving in the right direction. What I don't like is how lack of liquidity. We have very little volume here. See this very little volume. There's not volume, excuse me, trading range. There's very little trading range here. And that's not great. That's what's causing the market, a lot of the stocks to do this over the last few weeks, as RSP did. Okay. So we'll have the price index report, and just so you know, look at the price index: 2.4%, 2.6. So the expectations are already pricing in a higher price index for us. I know. You can blame eggs, you can blame Powell, but it is what it is. Now this is core. This is what the Fed uses. This is a year ago, 2.8. They're expecting 2.8. Look at the range, 2.8 to 2.8. So this is telling us that they're not making any progress on prices, on the price index from a year ago, okay? I like to look at it from a year ago, not a month ago, but very important. Very important. And this is what the Fed uses. Now, the Fed didn't do such a bad job a few days ago. He didn't make an ass out of himself. He was really, sometimes he can really go out of his way to make an ass out of himself like he did the previous time when he said we should all think and hope that inflation will get better, and it will. I thought that was amazing, but he was okay this time. He didn't want Trump to tear in on him. So I think he just kept it really tight and really focused to avoid everything. Good morning, Stephen, Michael, Rosalind, Deanna, Peter. Good morning to you. So my point here is we have to watch this carefully. It's coming out in about 24 minutes. I'll be ready for it, but that is really important. The other important thing is today I want to see today all indexes up. Okay. Another fork in the road is it's Friday. Markets typically peak out at around 2 o'clock on Friday. Does that mean they go down? Not necessarily. It just means they lose their volume Friday afternoons. It's like they just tend to fizzle out and become choppy, and there's not a lot of directional bias. So we tend to slow down the trading Fridays after 2 o'clock. Okay. By the way, I know that a lot of you who are here right now are in my Trading Pit program. And the last couple of weeks, we've been giving you guys some zero DTE options. And I'm going to be very honest with you. The feedback we've been getting from them has been better than the feedback we've been getting from anything else. I'm not kidding. Even the pit, I didn't even know that was possible. But the feedback we've been getting from them have been amazing. We've been very transparent. We're still tweaking everything. But my point is this. Today, in my VIP room at noon, I'm going to show you how you could take advantage of those trades for as little as $50 without having any overnight restrictions on your account. Okay. Eagle says, "Booyah, spy trades." Yeah, the people. I've been getting really great emails. Like I've been getting maybe 50, 60, 70 emails every single day. HG zero DTE, like some. If you guys are happy, if you're still in the zero, oh, you're still in the one DTE. Well, good for you, Scott. You should be a very happy camper. I'm grateful to be part of the Trading Pit. I've never thought zero DTE was a nice way to profit. These trades have been awesome. Well, you could see the feedback right here. So, yeah, and if you've been enjoying them, post it here for others who are not in the pit yet. Took profit of inexpensively, was a nice way to profit inexpensive. Those trades have been awesome. Richard, good morning. So, as you could see, the people have been very happy with those trades. But some of you have smaller accounts. Some of you don't have 30, 40, $50,000, or you don't want to allocate that much to your trading account. So I'm going to show you today how you could trade those for as little as, I don't think you should trade them for as little as $50 unless you're practicing, but I'll show you today how you could trade them for as little as $50. Made $2,500 using 0 DTE in 20 minutes. So I take it you guys want me to continue giving those trades for the next month or two while we're still tweaking everything out. I'm going to take that as a big yes. So yeah, no bad complaints. Good. Pennies on those trades yesterday. I love them. Keep them coming. Thank you. All right. Well, so today, if you come to my VIP room, I made a lot of money. Hey, Richard, good morning. I'm tweaking and expanding on your bonus beta trades and been very lucrative. I love both the 0. Okay, well, as you could see. So today I'm going to talk about how you could trade them for as little as $50. Doesn't mean you have to use $50, but you could trade them for as little as $50 and you don't have to worry about any of Roger, I can only take 3 a week. I'll show you how you could you don't have to do any of that. So I'll do that today. Scalping SPY is better than Vegas. It is better than Vegas. So I'll be doing that today at noon, and I hope all of you can come. And then I'll be doing my outlook for February. It'll be very good, and I'll include some seasonality there. We killed it yesterday, and the day before too, Wakas. We've been killing it the day before too. As a matter of fact, if you guys don't know and you want to see how we've been doing it, if you want to see what we've been doing, this is the last 2 days. This is just the last 2 days. Entry, exit, everything. And most have been doing better than this. Here, you may not be able to see everything on Zoom, so I'll put that right here. Profit factor, 2.63. Net profit, $1,580. Total, $1,000 into each trade. Made $1,580 in 2 days. We've had a return of 12.65%. From each trade. We've had 9 winners and 3 losers with a 75% win rate. And we've done 12 trades in the last 3 days. This is the last 3 days, 12 trades in the last 3 days. So this is how we've been doing, and I'll keep you updated with this, okay? But you guys are my guinea pigs. It's not going to be a permanent part of the pit, but it's going to be it's going to be a different program. It's fun to be a Rogers guinea pig, isn't it? Richard, tell everybody how much you've made this month so far. I think they'll be happier about that than anything else. I think Richard's been netting about $8,000 a day each day this month. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Richard. All right. So let's talk about the market. Earnings. We've got energy stocks. CL and AbbVie. So a little bit of, I don't think this is going to really do much for the market. Now, Fridays they don't release these after the close. So all of these will be at the open, okay, or before the open. I'm more concerned about CVX and XOM because it'll obviously impact the energy market, okay? Let's talk a little bit about commodities. China's approaching that resistance level we've had here. Also, China's closed this week. So this is Chinese stocks trading on U.S. markets or their interpretation of what's going on with China via ADRs. So we got a little bit of an area here, and then we get to resistance. Also, you might or may not have noticed that China has been going up since that deep doo-doo has come out. And you could see here, I think it's about to peak out right at this area, 33, and start coming down. You're welcome, Carlos. I'm up $80,000 in 2.5 weeks of January. Don't you like that, guys? Love it? It's nice, right? Good. Carlos says CVX revenue beat, missed. Okay. 400 people in 14 minutes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. So Bitcoin. Bitcoin is right at resistance level right here, guys. Right here. Look, my big concern is look how it bounced off from this resistance level. So I really want to see us trade above this level. I'm not in a rush. Don't be in a rush. Don't buy the first breakout. Wait for us. And just so you guys know, I take those trades on 2 small accounts as well. Beautiful. Keep going, guys. How about some more likes? I'll give myself a like. How about that? Boom. One more like. There we go. So we need to wait. I like this. I like this, but I'm not. Remember, it's Friday. Software stocks are getting a lot of love. People are putting Bitcoin's down a little bit this morning. I like this, but I don't like the fact that we've had one, two, three, four, five resistance at this level. It keeps knocking on this door, but it doesn't want to break through. So, in other words, every time it can't break through, it tends to go down a little bit, but the consolidation seems to be getting tighter. Long story short, I like cryptos. I like them a lot, but but I'd like to see us break through this level. Here's Richard's. Here, let me show you guys something. Where is it? In case you're curious, here's Richard's. Here, equity curve. $8,445 daily rate. This is yesterday. This is all his stuff. And remember, Richard actually listened to me and did not trade the first 2 weeks of January. HG, listen to what I just said, okay? He listened to me and he did not trade the 2 weeks of January. All right. We need to break through this nicely. I don't want to see a baby break. I want to see a real break here. Yeah, you've been putting in the time and it shows. I want to see a real breakout here, okay? A real breakout, okay? Bond market. Bond market is flat. Now, obviously, today's report is going to be very instrumental, but I want you guys to know something. And what I'm about to say is very, very important. Richard, can you tell Alexander your account size? Maybe you could tell him where you started, where it is now, just roughly. Just, ballpark figures so Alexander gets the information. Hey, Alexander, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. You don't write. You don't send me any emails. I guess Alexander doesn't like me very much. Let me know how you're doing, Alexander. I haven't heard much from you. Alexander and I come from the same background. We're both from Ukraine. Kevin says, thumbs up in the chat are nice, but they don't get into the Google Analytics. Hit the thumbs below the presentation before they go into full screen. Yeah, right here, below the presentation. Right here, below. I'll show you where it is, right here. This button right here. This button right here. Okay, right here. Hit this button once right here. You've been working. All right, I hear you. So I want to show you something. You see the TLT, you see how it's doing this right here? Look at RSP. Look at RSP. Now, this is important. I know I say a lot of times this is important, but this is really important. You see, look at the stock market. You see how RSP, equal weighted SPY, has been doing? Notice we have no positions in any of our swing trading directional programs right now, except for like maybe one stock, because there's no trend here. There's no trend here. Beautiful, CJ. Send me your spreadsheet. Gotcha, Alexander. Gotcha. I did. I shared it on Telegram. It's right here. I shared it on Telegram, free Telegram channel yesterday at 1:44 right here. And I'll share it again today. But I did. I shared it on Telegram. Richard says the two small accounts are 514. The big one started this year with 120. It's already up to 200. He just posted it. You could read exactly what he's saying. You can ask him yourself. Yeah, you guys can communicate with him right here. So I like how we're breaking. Look, let me show you something. See this right here? How we're breaking above? This is really important, but I want to see a little more upside. Problem is this. The bond market is very tied to the stock market right now. They have a very high correlation. And what I'd really like to see after the PCE report is the bond market heading up to the 50-day moving average. Okay? That's what I really, really want to see here. Okay? That's what I really, really want to see here. By the way, I post Richard's stats on the channel. He's using all of them, Peter. All of them. But I think you've been using primarily the pit, Rich, the The pit, because we haven't had a lot of trades this year, so I think Richard's. Why don't you answer the question, Richard? I'll let him answer the question. He's better than me answering his own question. So, if bond market can go up after the report today, we could really see some. Richard, if you don't mind, please, only if you don't mind, can you answer a couple of questions for Peter and Robert, and if you don't mind. So, I want to see the bond market rally. If the bond market can rally after the report today, that could set some more directional bias for the spot, but the RSP. But this is very positive. I know you're like, what do you mean, Roger? It's just going sideways. No, this bar here, look at the height of this bar. It went above all of this. And this morning, we're already above all of that. We're like right at the top here. So as long as we don't come down too much today and we make a higher high, I'll be happy. But a big clue of whether it'll happen in a couple hours will be the TLT and whether TLT continues moving higher. Okay? All right. All right. All right. So, crude oil, nothing. Nothing here, nothing interesting, nothing exciting, nothing at all. Gold. Now, gold is looking a little interesting. So, yesterday, I wanted to buy some GLD. I really did. I wanted to buy GLD for you guys. The problem is it's too gappy. And if we open up on the if we're on the wrong side of the bed, we can have a nice gap down. And I didn't want to put you through this. I probably should have given you a bonus trade, but just a little too spotty for me. If we build a base, I'll start looking. If we see other gold assets that are breaking out like this that are not as spotty, I'll give you the trade. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to give you something so gappy. This reminds me of the NVO trade we took last Christmas, the Christmas before last Christmas in the pit. Not last Christmas, yeah, over a little over a year ago, and NVO opened like right below us, and it wasn't a good trade. It's one of our 18 losers in the pit that we've taken so far. All right, let's put everything together, and then we'll talk about the stock market, okay? And remember, we have a report. Yeah, a lot of volume on gold yesterday. A lot of volume on gold. Let's see how the market's doing right now, pre-open. TLT's just waiting for the report. SPY is nice and strong, no setbacks. SMH not looking too bad. By the way, look, see how we're filling this gap here? But look at all of this resistance we have here. So don't be surprised if it takes a few tries to get past this. We have a lot of minor resistance here, but we're above the 200-day. Nvidia, we're not. Unless Nvidia gets above that 129 level, nothing good's going to happen long term. Okay. But again, we're watching this. We have our eye on the pulse. Okay. Solid earnings from Apple and Intel gave positive sentiment. Also, KLAC came out. KLAC is a very, very big chip stock. So it's not just having trading for a living and trading in the zone on the shelf. They are next. Good, Richard. And when you're done with that, I'll give you one more. Okay. Yeah, best trader, best loser wins. It's called. I'll give you that when you're done. Great book, great book. I recommend it. Best loser wins. Apple rose 3%, trading after iPhone maker reported upbeat results, reassuring guidance. Intel did good too. That's good for chip stocks. I want to see chip stocks really strong today. I want to see bond market. I want to see the bond market, and I want to see chip stocks really strong today. I really want to see this gap continued filling, even though we have a lot of resistance here. Okay. Nice. That sounds about right. My picture's not on the screen. That's weird. I don't know why that's been happening. Let me turn my video off and I'll turn my video on again. Maybe that will help. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know. I reset my thing, but you're right. My video's not on the screen. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm not going to mess with it. You guys could hear me okay, right? Let me know. Chris Alexander says, love Market Wizard's book. So interesting to learn how the wizards think. Well, Chris, a lot of those wizards, while they were being interviewed for the book, they were under non-disclosure agreements. I traded with the youngest turtle trader, so I know all the stuff they were doing that was not in the book. And I promised Richard that I will share it with him when he comes here last 2 days of December. Okay? February, last 2 days of February. So when you guys are here in February, or if you're on Zoom, I'll share the full story. And that way you'll know exactly what the market wizards are talking about. Okay? Because right now, half the book is turtles who are sworn to secrecy. So you don't really know what they're doing. I'll explain to you the system. I was partners with the youngest one. All right. I'm there again. Okay, good. Yeah, best loser. Yeah, best loser wins. That's the one, Richard, by Tom Hogarth. That's a great book. Great book. Great book. Great book. Especially the first half of it. Investors are also preparing for. Oh yeah, did Trump say anything about tariffs? I've totally forgot about this. Have we been hearing? Wasn't it supposed to be today, or is it tomorrow? I don't know when, but he said he was going to. All right, February 1st. So he hasn't made his decision yet. All right. IBM did really well. LRCX did really well. Tesla even did really well, even after they announced shitty results. But he's going to come up with new cars in 2025. Return to growth. Yeah, if it was that easy. UPS tumbled more than 14%. Transports. Microsoft tumbled more than 6%. But the market still did well yesterday. Tomorrow, okay. Thanks, Kanaka. I appreciate it. Thanks, David. I was almost in the third book. I came this close to being in Jack's third book. There was a scheduling issue, but I was almost in the third book. Almost in the third book. Pending home sales, this is bad. Now, interestingly, have you guys noticed the last couple of days, Lazy Boy, Williams-Sonoma, a lot of the housing stocks have been going up? So I don't really, to me, I would think the housing market would be really soft right now. And it is because we may have higher rates, but biggest drop in 5 months. So I want to see how those housing stocks will do. What book is best to read? The first two Market Wizards. Saturday. Okay. Thank you. If they happen. Remember, Trump sometimes backs away. We have an 84% chance that no rate hike will happen. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be 100%. Yep, that's right, Stacy. Not a good year at all. And all the real big brokerage firms here in Jacksonville, who were doing really, really well when the market was doing great, they're sucking it right now. They haven't had any Christmas parties, Halloween parties. My wife is a broker, so she used to go to all these parties. They used to invite her. She hasn't gotten an invitation in a year and a half now. They're not having any parties. One of the biggest brokers is going out of business here. It's not great. One of the good things about where I live, prices stay stable. They don't really go down too much when real estate doesn't go down. They just stay stable, but there's no liquidity. On earnings, we have Exxon, we have AbbVie, healthcare, Colgate-Palmolive. We're moving more into the broader market. Please keep your eye on RSP today and Dow, okay? And I'll talk about that. Yeah, way down, especially because of the condominium, Stacy, because of the insurance, all that stuff. I know Murray was thinking of investing in Florida, and he had second thoughts because of that. A lot of people are. I know Carolinas are still great place to invest. We have U.S. core personal consumption expenditures, which is set to be released, not in a couple of hours, but in a few minutes, like 2 minutes maybe. I'm hoping, fingers and toes crossed, that these numbers are better than they were a year ago. I mean, that's embarrassing. Okay, right here. That's embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Not for us, but for the Fed. You can get it, but it's more expensive. Yes, I demand I demand chips to be strong now. Yeah, I demand. I demand. He's a character. But he means well. I really do think he means well. Personal spending and personal income data will be close monitored today. That's the PCE report we talked about. PMI will come out today. I don't think anybody and nobody is going to care about PMI today, about the Chicago PMI. I don't think anyone's going to care about this report. It'll be just a blip. Okay. Honestly, after PCE and after the Fed yesterday and after Microsoft, earnings is the main focus right now. Europe is up a hair. Now, this is bothering me because we got some upside move on the market following the release of the news yesterday from Apple, but Europe didn't really move too much. They didn't move down, but they didn't move too much. I was hoping we would see more upside from Europe based on this. Investors digesting latest batch of corporate results. Technology, healthcare stocks led the gain on Friday. Now, technology and healthcare are very polar opposite sectors, but it does, excuse me, I think I may be losing my voice. But we are seeing blue chips and technology both up today, which is a very, very good directional move. I'm definitely not going short today or fading the market, at least not till I see some evidence of buffoonery. So, but this is a red flag. It is good, though, that we're seeing the blue chips and regular stocks up. Is a must read. Yes, it is a must read. What's a good trade tracking program? Trader Sync and Trading View. Those two. Let's see what the bond market's doing. I care more about what the bond market's doing, not what the news is. But, okay, well, the news, whatever the news is, it's not great. We could see right here, right? Now let's see what it is. See, I have this program called Traders Exchange, and it gives me everything immediately. But Matt uses it, and I don't have the heart to take it from him because only one person can be on at one time. You may hear like a squawk box sometimes when Matt and I are talking. That's Trader Exchange. They're very, very good. Let's see. Does anybody know? Well, the bond market's not looking great. So whatever the news is, it's not good, or at least not interpreted good. Let's look at the SPY. SPY's doing nothing. QQQ doing nothing. That's good. Bond market still coming down. What broker did you say you can join for not a lot a month here? There you go, Pure Health. Tradier.com. It's a flat monthly fee. This is not good. It's taking us all the way to the bottom of the range right here. Now, remember, it's still pretty early, and I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm assuming they're worse than expected. Oh, here we go. Yep. Well, core is not worse than expected. It's really not that bad. I mean, it's right in line with estimates. Basically, core PC has not gotten better, but it hasn't gotten worse. Regular price index has gotten worse. It was 2.4 last year. It's a 2.6, but we were expecting this. So, this monthly stuff, this is just pure noise. This is like blah, 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 blah. This means nothing. This is what the Fed looks at. And this is what the Fed looks at. More so this. But, I mean, not good, but not crazy bad. I mean, have we made progress in a year? No. Have we made progress in a year? No, we got worse. But again, it's within line of expectation. So the numbers are not that bad. Leaving bonds to put money in the market. Yeah. So that's that. All right. That's that. So we have that. Let's look at the bond market. Is the bond market making a huge move? Not really. I mean, let's see where this bar goes. SPY should start coming off a little. That's one red candle, and then it got erased right here already. QQQ, not really. Apple, nothing. That's beautiful. Beautiful. And also remember, KLAC came out with earnings. That's a chip stock. Intel came out with earnings. That's a chip stock. It's up right now 1.5%. And somebody else came out with earnings. Somebody else came out with earnings that were really good. Yeah, so I don't really. This is nothing. This is a nothing burger. So we just erased 3 hours worth of bond. I mean, this is nothing. This is nothing. I'm not. I don't think the numbers are going to. I don't think these numbers are going to impact us too much. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Japan closed slightly higher. Notice something. Both Japan and Europe traded after Apple earnings came out. Europe is only up 0.26 and Japan closed slightly higher. Okay? Slightly higher. So again, and it's Friday, and we're already up 170 points. So I'm just giving you a I was all points. I was talking about chip stocks. Visa. Yeah, you know what? I do want to take a look at Visa. Visa is very important. We're breaking lower. That's bad right here. That's bad. Visa. Now, let me look at RSP. See, RSP, what I'm concerned about is this report is going to put RSP back into this range as opposed to going higher and breaking this bar. We need to break this bar. See how these highs are at the same level? We need to go higher. We need to go higher. So keep your eye on the bond market today, please. Keep your eye on the bond market today. But as of right now, I'm just not seeing that big of a move. Visa. Yeah, Visa's looking great, up 1 point. Look at Visa, nice breakout on the daily. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, Visa and C look both good. I have a couple of bank stocks on my list, actually. I have 3 of them, okay? But let's get there first. Apple did really well. Intel did really well. KLAC, this is a very, very influential stock and gave solid guidance. Now, Decker, they make Hokas. You guys know that. My wife switched to a different brand, Brooks, because Hokas are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn, and same for her. They last about half as long. The sole for running lasts about half as long as every other shoe brand she has tried. She runs about 2 to 5 miles every day. I don't run, she does, but she says that they're the most awful shoes for lasting. So if you want to replace your shoes every 3 months, Hokas are the best shoes you'll ever buy. But if you want a shoe to last, they're the worst shoe. And I trust my wife, and I have heard other people talk about that too. Okay? So they're red flag there. But again, because of their Uggs. Now, Uggs and Hokas are the 2 fastest growing foot makers in history right now. So I'm not really seeing anything too bad for this company, but just FYI. Some red flags. The stock has been doing fantastic. It's been like on a tear till today. So we'll keep an eye on that, okay? I already talked about China, talked about commodities, talked about this, volatility. Look at volatility, still going down. Now, yesterday I told you that more likely than not, we're going to stay in this range, but I'm looking for a breakdown below 15 and or above 16 and a half. So far, we have not seen it. It's actually really hard to break down below this level. To break down below this level, this 15 level, means the market's like just flying. There's no negative news. Everything is honky-dory. Everything is peachy. Now, the truth of the matter is, ever since we gapped up on that deep doo-doo news, we've been going straight down volatility-wise. So far, so good. And we're pretty much back to where we were. Look, this is where we were before the news came out, before the deep doo-doo news came out. And this is where we are right now. The difference, as you could see here, is absolutely negligible. So as far as I'm concerned, we're at the 15. Now, you probably don't remember half the things I say, but I did tell you that I'm expecting the VIX to go down to that level right at the time when the S&P breaks above this level. It broke above this level yesterday. Look. See, we started filling in the gap, and look at where we're at right now. And again, RSP, hiccups or whatever the hell it is. RSP's up here, and QQQ is filling in the gap very nicely, very nicely. Problem is, we still need to go above all-time highs. Point is that if we continue moving in this direction, volatility will continue staying or cooling off even more. Carlos says, since BX is on everyone's radar, Blackstone revenue. Thank you, Carlos. No, my good friends at I will let owners know I'm good friends at Deck. Friends at Deck. Yeah. Yeah, Curious Cat. Let me tell you something. And when Hocus first came out, my wife and I we went crazy over them. And she used them and she wore them. And she's like, Roger, I don't want to spend $180 on a new shoe every 3 months. I mean, what the hell's going on? I'm like, who cares? Just wear them, you know? She's like, no, I'm going to try something else. Her best friend's a runner. She's in Houston. Also same name as my wife. They've been best friends since they were 6 years old. She runs marathons and all that stuff. She's like, try Brooks. And she did. And Adidas. And she's like, they last twice as long. So they're very comfortable, but the sole just doesn't last. I think, what's up with that? So again, keep your eye on volatility, $ volatility today, okay? What about sectors? Well, I'd love to tell you that we have sector correlation, but take a look at this. I mean, we're still this move in the beginning of the week really hit us hard. Okay, my wife used them and she does not run. Yeah, I don't run, and I have Hokas, and I have Hokas that are 4 years old. They're like brand new, only running. Okay, like running. Yeah, if you're not running, forget about it. Just wear them, enjoy them, love them, and all that. But if you are running, they last about half the time. And by the way, recently I've been reading that all over the place. Like I've been going to running shoe sites. I'm a nerd. I like to read details, and people have been saying the same thing on reviews just the last few months. They don't last as long. That's the only downside. They don't last as long. So consumer staples are leading. Are consumer staples a speculative sector? No. That's one of the most defensive sectors. But look what's below. Communication services. That's a pretty speculative sector. That's Google and Meta. What about healthcare? That's very defensive. Do you see the problem here? Look at consumer discretionary. It's next to Dow Jones. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is next to Dow, and Bitcoin is next to retail. And how about QQQ is next to energy and industrial? Completely out of whack. The only thing that's in whack is technology and semiconductors, and I believe these are going to start coming up as a result of the news that we've seen last few days. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, she honestly said every other shoe is about equal. Hokas. The only shoe she has a problem with is Hokas. The sole of the Hokas for runners. And you can also look at here. You got S&P over here. You've got the Russell and the mid cap immediately above it, and then you have QQQ down here. Just a shit show. Okay, excuse my language, but this is just a shit show. Okay, folks, let me give you some links. 1 o'clock, I'll be doing my outlook for February. Thank you, Dr. Serena. At noon, I'll be in my VIP room talking about the zero DTE strategies and how you could trade them with as little as $50. Yes, $50. And Customer Service Live. Hey, Gustavo. Hey, Cam. Happy Friday. I know you guys work your ass off. I hope you guys get a little bit of a break today. So we're not seeing any congruity here. Our defensive stocks, retail's not really that defensive. Either is Bitcoin. Financial, Healthcare and consumer staples are, but then you got communication and retail and Bitcoin here. So it's and then Dow Jones. So you've got this is a mess. This is a mess. Why is it a mess, Roger? Look at RSP. What has RSP been doing? How do you expect to get some elasticity, to get real directional bias? Remember what I told you yesterday? It's like taking Chinese food, Mediterranean sushi, and God only knows what else, putting it all in a bag and mixing it up. And that's what you're getting right here. Now, a few days of a good move can change that. Usually, though, these get balanced on the way down, not on the way up. So we're not going to have a lot of clarity in the market. We cannot have a lot of clarity in the market when you have mixedness. Because what if consumer staples goes down? And then you see how they're mixed. One can offset the other. We don't want that, okay? All right. I think just you, Joy. No, 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 no. It's in 1080. The screen isn't. You can go to this here, Joy. You can go to your gearbox right here. It's probably go right here to your gearbox right here, and you can go to 1080, and your quality will be 1080, assuming you're using a good connection. Okay, just FYI. All right, let's talk about. So consumers just mixed a big bag of nuts here, mixed bag of nuts here. Okay, no directional bias. All right, let's talk about stocks. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot something. How many stocks are breaking out? 212. How many stocks are breaking down? 35. There's no downside momentum. Please be careful trading to the downside. We do have some good momentum to the upside. We do. We do. Now, sectors, indexes. Let's give you levels, okay? Semiconductors. What we don't look at intraday right now. This is not a time to look at intraday. You want to look at all of this. So if I send you an email today asking you a quiz saying, hey, what's preventing SMH from going higher? I hope to God you write the 100 and the 50-day moving average, which is right above it right now. That's and all of these moving averages. If your charts are set up like mine, even if you don't have these VWAPs, you should have this one, the red one, the green one, the orange one, and the red one. These are just moving averages. You should have them. Yes, or put your glasses on. All right. So anyway, we have a lot of stuff we got to get through today. We got a lot of stuff. Nothing good will happen until we get above the 250 level. Nothing good will happen, I'm telling you. Yeah, a lot of resistance lines there. Da, 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 da. That's funny. How about SPY? Let's see where that level is on the SPY. Are you guys getting value out of this today? Are you guys getting value out of this today? Patrick, I've mentioned this dozens of times. 8-day EMA, 15-day EMA, 50, 100, and 200 simple MA. You could see them right here. You could see them right here. MA, you could see it right here. So SPY, we're right here on the SPY. I want to see us break this level. I want to see us break the 606.60. I want to see us break the highs. That's what we need to do. I don't want to see us getting stuck here. I think today we're going to get stuck here. What I'm hoping for is we can take out that 606.60 level. That's the next level, okay? QQQ. Let me give you that level. QQQ, the resistance is right here. We have a major resistance that we have to overcome to make new highs. That resistance is at 530, 531, 532. Right about 530. Basically, we need to get to 533. 533. Okay? RSP, I'll tell you what we need to do on RSP. On RSP, we need to not break down and touch this A line. We need to start breaking up from here. I love the fact that we're just sitting right there right now. On the Dow, we're already there. We're at 150. Here, let me pull up my TC 2000 here. Let me do it this way, okay? Here's SPY. SPY, we need to break. This is real time. SPY, we need to break 6. Oh, I see. We're already at 607. Yeah, we need to go up. We need to break this level right here. We need to go above 609. Here, look. I think we're going to stall right here at about 609.65. We need to break the 69, 6010 level. On RSP, see how it's already starting to cool off? I want us to break this level right here, above this level. I want us to break 183.17. SMH, see how it's already in the middle of all of this? I want it to come out on the other side of it. I want to come out like right here, 250, 255, right here. I want to come out right here on the other side of it. And Dow Jones is already doing it. What I'm hoping for is that it's not a high and it's not going to gap up this morning and then just start coming down and making another low. If you're long from overnight, take profits near the opening bell, wait for a pullback, and then get back in again. Okay. All right. So, what are you going to be looking at today? So, let me give you my stocks, and then I'll tell you what you should be looking at today. You know what? Let me do this in real time with this. How about that? So you could see exactly what I use when I give them to you in the afternoon. Okay. Caterpillar. We want Caterpillar to break below 373. You have a profit target all the way to 200. MO. You have an A line here. You have a target of right here about 50. I would wait for this actually to break all of this crap because I think the stock can really move down. I love this stock, EIX. I love this stock right here to the short side, EIX. PSN. First time we're ever talking about this stock, not. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing, left SPY running position. Yeah, yeah. WFRD. Nice breakdown this morning. High volume candles, volume's going higher as it's moving down. I like that. MNRO. Nice, nice. High volume bars. Look at the volume here coming up. This is a smooth stock. It's not a choppy stock. Okay. HRO breaking the 200-day moving average. Give it a little more room here because it's coming up here. It's going back into the range, so you want to wait for it to break down. Also, volume isn't really high on this stock. I would wait. NX, very, very not a day trading stock. Got a little chop here, but starting to move nicely. Volume is coming up. That's the short side. Let me now give you the long side. Twilio is looking great. I am not screening through earnings. Earnings are right here, by the way. If you want earnings, they're right here. They're right about 75% of the time, maybe 80% of the time. Triple M is looking good. Hood, I like the stock a lot. A little overextended. I would get it closer to the 8-day EMA around here. Google. Google's starting to look good. Really good. Fox A starting to look good. A little overextended. I would have preferred it right here. Right there. Walmart. Nice, nice. Walmart. VFC. Starting to look good again. Now, bank stocks. Look, Schwab is looking good. JP Morgan is looking good. And COF is looking good. I think, Richard, you were asking me about, or somebody was asking me about bank stocks. So I'm currently looking at Wells Fargo, which is my favorite. I like JP Morgan. I like Schwab. And I like COF. I like I like I like Wells Fargo the best, even though I hate them the most in real life. But real life, my opinion, and stocks are two different things. I'm pretty good at separating them. TPR looks good. First time we're ever talking about this stock here on this broadcast, right? First time ever. We've never ever talked about this stock, right, Rich? FTNT. That was a joke. FTNT starting to move good, look good. Now, I had no problems finding good long stocks today. No problems at all. Beginning of this week, it was very difficult. Right now, it's not that hard. I think we're going to have some upside momentum. My big concern right now is this. It's actually my big concern right now is looking at the bond market. Hold on. Yeah, look, the bond completely said FU and reversed. And now it's coming up. So this is good. Keep your eye on the 50-day moving average. This is nice. This is coming up nicely here. Good, good, good. Holding on. Very good. So here's the deal, folks. Keep your eye on the bond market. Bros looks fantastic. But I'd prefer Bros right here at this bar right here. Right there. So I would wait for it to get a little bit lower right now. Maybe $2 lower. Okay? Yeah, I talk about it all. I talk about TPR all the time. So What I want to see is this. Here's what I want to see. We're going to open up on the SPY. I think we're going to have a little gap up, especially on the QQQ. We're going to have a gap up. Whoops. Going to have a gap up. What I want to see is I want to see slow movement higher. I don't want to see a big gap erasing everything. I want to see a slow move with not a lot of gap movement in the morning. I want to see the market get higher as the day progresses, not get higher in the morning and go down from there. Okay? Keep your eye on volatility, keep your eye on the bond market, and most importantly, keep your eye on the relationship between MAGs, which are still below the trend line. I wanted to save the best for last. MAGs have not hit that 57 level. They need to break out. Until MAGs break out, nothing good's going to happen. So please, please, please watch the MAGs right here. Watch this level on the MAGs right here, about 57. Watch RSP for a smooth breakout and not too much downside. I want this bar to be above this bar, especially at the closing today. I want SMH to get through this BS like butter right here and come up on the other side. Those are the things that I'm looking at. I don't know what to expect, Wayne, because nobody knows what Trump is going to do, including Trump himself. Okay, so I'm not going to talk. I'm going to my position on tariffs is going to be exactly what Powell's position on tariffs is. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know the impact it'll have. We basically know nothing. But what we do know is that Trump has been messing with the stock market sentiment as a result of introducing this whole tariff discussion. And I'll tell you another thing. When I first brought up tariffs about 2 months ago, you guys wanted to crucify me. Remember that? So my position on tariffs now is, let's see what happens. Do you want me to tell you my personal opinion? I have a personal opinion. I think Trump is going to fart around. Kevin's going to have a come to Jesus talk with him, and we're not going to have tariffs on anything because every time we put tariffs on, it's like shooting ourselves in the foot. And I think if Kevin has a nice come to Jesus talk with him, and maybe Kalamiris will get involved, they'll talk some sense into him, and Trump will cool off and forget about this whole tariff things. Or if he will put them in, he will take them off very quickly because he'll see the negative impact it will have on us. The last thing he wants to do is harm America. So, and the last thing he wants us to do is make us look bad. And if there's a 3% chance of that happening with tariffs, he's not going to do it. So my personal opinion, he's posturing and nothing will happen. That's my personal opinion. My personal opinion is about as good as yours. Okay? Just telling you what I think. All right? He said he's made the decision, and so again, let's see what happens. I don't listen to what he says. I go by what he signs. Okay? What Eagle Beagle just said. So that's what I think. All right? Now, let me give you some links, and I'll let you guys go. Remember, I'm laying out my complete outlook at 1 o'clock for February. I'll give you my full... We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. My complete outlook. Here it is. Talk versus action. Yeah. Then wait for tariffs over weekend. If no, get back in next week. Something like that. I don't think you should let tariffs impact how you trade the market. I don't think, Alan, I don't think you should be looking at tariffs at all. Just pretend they don't exist. We'll see. I don't know. Yes, he does. It's his art of the deal, stage the big, get what you want. Well, we'll see. I think everybody he's dealing with has read his book too. Okay, like 20 years ago. I'll see you guys in the VIP room and also Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. So I'm not going to put these tariffs into my analysis till I see something, okay? Because so far I haven't seen anything. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much. Send me some nice emails about the pit and the Zero DT if you've been enjoying them. I love the feedback. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later. I'm going to the office to get some work done, okay? Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com. Have a great day, everybody. You too, John. Richard, I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good day, guys. Bye. DTE have been on all three challenges and not the blessed ones. Oh, my. I've been in all three challenged ones. All right. All right. Bye, guys. Well, then you're missing out, Corey. Bye. Bye, guys. Take care.